Good morning, guys. Here is what we're going to be doing today in the future forecast for everyone who's following us over at tradeconfident.io. Guys, the last stage of cryptocurrency, I believe, is here. What I mentioned to you guys yesterday is I believe this drop in the market was what's called a liquidity grab. The way that price action bounced up so fast on XRP, XLM, basically every single coin, it tells me that this was most likely an orchestrated liquidity flush to the downside, where exchanges did not want people leveraging into any possible move back up by the end of the year. Okay, so could we see a retest down at the bottom? It is possible. That sometimes plays out. But with how fast price moved back up here, where it didn't have a solid candle close like we see here, or even a small wick, a fast move back up tells me that we are most likely, let me go back in the past here. I think this is most likely, and you tell me if you agree, you don't have to agree with this, but it reminds me a lot of something like this move here before we saw price action go to higher price discovery. It reminds me of something like here before we saw higher price discovery, and something like we see here. Not that can't see a move back down, but when liquidity is grabbed like it is right now, this is when I start to think, all right, maybe the institutions know something that we don't. Okay. I want to whiteboard for you guys this morning because this really takes us into what I talked about this morning in what's called our future forecast. I'll show you guys how to access that in a second. Where we're currently at in this market cycle, guys, I believe what we need to be doing is we need to be looking for our final exit. And it's crazy to even think about this, that we're coming to this point where the final exit, it really is here. But we're here. If you guys go to the halving event, which was in 2024, and you go a year in the future, you go to 2025, November and December, you usually reach the top of every single Bitcoin peak. Okay, we'll call this BTC. So let me explain that again. Go to the halving event, go 1 year into the future, and then usually in November 28th to about midway through December, you reach the peak of Bitcoin and we see massive drops, and your altcoins they decline 80 to 90%. Okay. What I showed you guys today were two new charts that I haven't shown you guys before because they're somewhat new to myself. I'm going to show you guys a couple levels that when these levels get hit, they correspond. Let me see if I can't get this out of here. That's okay. They correspond with altcoins reaching their peaks. So they're what's called inverse correlated charts. And the charts up here, we're looking at stables. And if you guys don't know what stables are, I'll explain that a little bit more. But charts like XRP, XLM, and I pick another fun one, just say Solana. When we reach higher prices, there are levels on your guys' price charts that you cannot see if you don't have access to other chart data. Okay, pause. Let's go back to the charts. I really want to drive this home. This high here, why did we stop here? Why did we stop at the bottom here? Okay, a lot of people are looking at their individual price action charts for different cryptocurrencies. And that's not a bad thing to do. Let me let this load here for a second. It's not a bad thing to do, guys. But when you start understanding what is actually running the highs and the lows of different cryptocurrencies, you start to see, okay, maybe there's something else running in the background that I can't see. And it's true. It's actually other charts governing risk off. So when you take a look at risk off charts and you find support and resistance on those charts, I guarantee you every single one of your guys' altcoins are going to drop. Like, in fact, I could not look at any of your altcoin bag. I could look at a chart that doesn't say XRP or XLM on it, and I could say, all right, everybody, there's a 90% chance that you're all going to lose money in the next 30 days. And I would probably be right because I can see on these hidden charts here where support and resistances are. And if I can see those, I know for a fact that you're going to lose money or make money because of the support and resistance. It's a high ability of confirmation. So that's what I'm showing you guys today. I'm actually showing you guys what those charts are in the future forecast, because when price action is high on altcoins and we're low and we're actually at support on these other charts, this is where you see risk off start increasing. That means you're going to be reaching high points and the market's going to drop. Case in point, how do we know when Bitcoin reaches its previous peaks? Well, we can simply look at these hidden charts that retail traders aren't looking at to tell us where these peaks are, and you can get out before everyone else. There are other charts that are going to actually govern the final exit for you than just looking at price action on XRP, XLM, Solana, Cardano, or whatever you guys hold. It's fascinating. It's like a whole new world of charts opens up to you and you're like, now I feel confident. So I'm going to show that to you guys, and I'm going to show you guys where I plan on exiting a significant amount of money at the end of this year. So let me give you guys a quick update. Here's how you access it, and then I'll give you guys an update of the portfolio, okay? So I just came out with this. As I mentioned yesterday on the YouTube video, guys, this is all on tradeconfident.io's website. It's a link in the description. Snag a membership. Everyone new gets 25% off the membership. As I mentioned yesterday, guys, I'm listing it right here. It's live. So these two charts, when they hit, I'm selling my altcoins. There you guys go. You click on this right here, and you guys will be able to see the video that I just came out with this morning. It's 35 minutes long, and you guys can click through the chapters here if you would like, and you can watch this. Excuse me. I'm just trying to get over something with my voice here. I'm going to be exiting. You guys don't have to. Okay? My current portfolio, we have taken out a total profit of $373,000 this year. With principal, we've taken out $500,000 worth of profit in capital. Looking at the dashboard, guys, we're still currently up $446,000 on the year, and the count is valued at 1.339 million. I do believe, I got to show this to you guys here. I do believe we have more to go, because here's another chart that I'm going to be showing you guys this morning that I usually don't talk about on YouTube here, because we actually coded it proprietary for our members. And I've never seen anyone come out with this. Okay, this is kind of fun for me to talk about, because this is an exciting chart to tell us what could be coming by the end of the year. Okay, what I've done is I've taken the 11-year average, and I've taken the 4-year average of bullish years. So let me break this down. There's a line that's red and there's a line that's blue. The red line that you guys will see this morning is an average of the 13, 17, and 21 years, which is all the bullish years, the years post-halving event, okay? If you take the percentage increase and decrease of all these years, you actually get to see what is expected to come for the rest of the year. But I've done this on the 11-year as well as the 4-year bullish cycle. And you're going to be able to see exactly where we are in time matched up to where the cycle data says that we are, based off of not Travis's opinion, but 11 years worth of data. This is where it gets exciting, because based off this chart, it gives you a risk to reward ratio to say, okay, based off past data, here's where we're currently at. Is there more bullish upside, or is there bearish downside coming? If there is bearish downside, how many more days on average before we get to those lows where you can put your buy limits in before we move back up? Based off of not just charts, 11 years worth of data, over a decade. So I'm actually going to show that to you guys in the beginning of the future forecast. So let me go back over here now. When you guys go to the website, you guys go over here and click on this right here. Down here is where I'm going to show you guys. I don't want to scroll over it, but you guys are going to see it at this chapter right there, the second one on there. It's a full algorithm that we built. And I believe it's going to give you guys confidence to say, okay, I can now position correctly, because here's what the cyclical data shows us. Not personal opinions, it's what data and cycle data shows us. So I think you guys are going to like this. I plan on exiting when these charts get hit, and you don't have to look at these, but I'm telling you guys, they are going to govern the exits of millions, probably billions of dollars, because the big institutions know that these charts govern exits on altcoins, while retail traders are just looking at exits on their individual charts. Go to the link in the description, guys, on your phone or your computer. Enjoy the 25% off, save yourself some money, and make some money by looking at some charts that could be timing the exact peak of all of your altcoins. And that is when I plan on exiting easily over $500,000 when these prices get hit. I love you guys. It is posted on the front page, tradeconfident.io. All you guys need to do is start watching this video right here, and you guys will get these charts. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the future forecast. Bye-bye.